If post 1971 was Sonali Adhyay, 2025 has to be Kala Adhyay. UNIT slides into Pak-China nexus. India must remind Bangladesh. Here's how India has helped build independent Bangladesh.
Ties between India and Bangladesh have been tense since the ouster of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina last year. However, over the past few days, the relations have nosedived even further. The regime change in Bangladesh following the 2024 uprising not only unsettled its domestic political landscape, but also triggered strategic recalibrations across its neighborhood. For both India and Bangladesh, the implications are, in fact, profound. Hello and welcome. You're watching Explained by NewsX. I am Devika Devan. Today in this explainer, we're going to do a deep dive into India's contributions to Bangladesh's development. As neighbors sharing a long border, deep cultural ties and a shared history, including India's pivotal role in Bangladesh's liberation in 1971, and we often forget that Bangladesh was a part of India always. However, we liberated, or rather helped liberate the country in 1971. We must remember, viewers, this partnership goes far beyond just modern day diplomacy. It's about infrastructure, energy security, trade, and people-to-people connections, most important. The two countries share not just a contiguous territory, common resources, transboundary rivers and adjacent maritime zones, but also people bound by a shared inheritance of history, language, culture, and practices. This organic interdependence has long been harnessed through amicable bilateral partnerships, most notably during India's engagement with Bangladesh's former Awami League administration in the past decade. India has been Bangladesh's steadfast partner in progress, extending around $8 billion in line of credit for infrastructure projects alongside grants and joint ventures. These efforts span railways, energy, waterways, trade, defense, and capacity building. Even as global dynamics evolve, this cooperation has helped fuel Bangladesh's economic growth. Let's break it down sector by sector. First, connectivity. A cornerstone of bilateral engagement has borne the brunt of diplomatic uncertainty. In the current climate, the future of India-Bangladesh connectivity really does hang in the balance. India has invested heavily in linking Bangladesh's ports and networks to its own, especially benefiting India's northeast region while boosting Bangladesh's logistics. Don't for a moment think that this was a one-way street. The key projects include the Akhora-Agartala rail link. This cross-border rail connection, funded largely by Indian giants and grants, links Tripura in India to Bangladesh's rail network. It dramatically shortens travel distances. It reduces the journey from northeast India to Kolkata via Bangladesh. The fully inaugurated in 2023 operational challenges do persist, but it does symbolize seamless integration. Then there is the Kulna-Mongla Port rail line, funded through an Indian line of credit of about $389 million. The 65-kilometer broad gauge line connects Bangladesh's second largest port, which is Mongla, to the national rail grid. It enhances port efficiency, facilitates cargo movement, and supports regional trade. The line is operational, though freight utilization is growing gradually. Amongst the latest developments in 2022, the Mithali Express began operations running bi-weekly from New Jalpaiguri in northern West Bengal to Dhaka, Bangladesh. This express service, as the third passenger train after the Bandhan Express, running twice a week between Kulna and Kolkata, and the Maitri Express operating 5 times a week between Dhaka and Kolkata. The Mithali Express particularly provided access for Bangladeshi tourists to favored Indian destinations including Darjeeling, the Dwars and Sikkim. In February 2025, freight train services between India and Bangladesh resumed after being suspended for almost about 9 months, but passenger services remain stalled indefinitely. India and Bangladesh are connected through multiple road links as well. Recent amongst them is the Maitri Setu, a 1.9 kilometer long bridge over the Feni River joining Sabroom the southernmost point of Tripura in India, with Ramgarh in Bangladesh. If functional, the Maitri Setu would have created a passage for trade between India's northeast and southeast Asia. Connected with the Akara-Agartala rail link, the Maitri Setu would offer multimodal connectivity to other parts of Bangladesh as well. Its operations, however, remain stalled. Now, as road and railway projects are costly and carry environmental impacts, the governments of both countries explored the viable option of utilizing the maze of inland waterways connecting the northeast with Bangladesh to ferry cargo and passengers. Some of the old riverine routes between India and Bangladesh have already been reactivated under the India-Bangladesh Protocol on Inland Water Transit and Trade, first signed in 1972 and last renewed in 2025 with a clause for automatic renewal every 5 years. The two countries ferry goods using specified waterways passing through both territories. The second addendum was signed on the 20th of May 2020, which added 5 new ports of call and 2 extended ports of call on both the India and Bangladesh sides. India also supports the development of the Matarbari deep sea port through funding and expertise, strengthening Bangladesh's trade hubs. Next is connectivity through seaports. In 2015, India and Bangladesh signed the agreement on coastal shipping, enabling direct regular shipping between ports on India's east coast and Bangladesh's, particularly Chattogram. In Mongla, India is financing the upgradation of the Mongla port via a concessional line of credit. India secured the operating rights to a terminal in Mongla port in June 2024. These projects, often via concessional lines of credit or grants, improve logistics, reduce costs and foster sub-regional connectivity. Next up is energy. Crucial for Bangladesh's power needs and industrial growth. A flagship project is the Maitri Super Thermal Power Plant at Rampal, a 1,320 megawatt coal-based joint venture between India's NTPC and Bangladesh's Power Development Board. It was funded by a $1.6 billion Indian concessional loan. Both units are now fully operational, the first commissioned in 2022 and the second in 2023. This provides a reliable base load power, enhancing Bangladesh's energy security. Another milestone in the India-Bangladesh Friendship Pipeline, which was inaugurated in 2023. This cross-border pipeline transports high-speed diesel from India to northern Bangladesh with a capacity of 1 million metric tons per year. It's cost-effective, environmentally friendly than rail or road transport, and supports agriculture and industry as well. India also supplies electricity to Bangladesh and cooperates on transmission lines. These initiatives address power shortages, they promote clean and reliable energy, and underscore joint ventures for mutual benefit. Let's now take a look at our economic and trade ties. India is Bangladesh's second largest trade partner. Bilateral trade has been robust, with key Indian exports including petroleum products and vitally raw cotton. But why is raw cotton so important? Well, Bangladesh's ready-made garment sector is its economic powerhouse, accounting for over 80% of exports and employing millions. This industry relies heavily on imported raw cotton for spinning yarn and fabrics. India has historically been a major supplier due to its proximity, lower transport costs, and quick delivery, often just days compared to weeks from distant sources. Indian cotton supports Bangladesh's textile mills efficiently, helping keep the RMG sector competitive globally. Other exports from India include machinery, vehicles and essentials, while Bangladesh sends garments and jute to India. But what was the impact of strained ties on these exports? Between April and October of 2023, India's exports to Bangladesh fell by 13.3% and imports dipped by 2.3%. Fly ash exports via the Indo-Bangladesh Protocol route through Kolkata port also dropped by 15 to 25% during the peak construction season. The bustling Benapole, Petropole land ports at the India-Bangladesh border, responsible for nearly 30% of the bilateral trade, now witness significantly less traffic. The reduced activity has severely impacted border-dependent livelihoods. People-to-people connectivity has also been impaired, with the 3 railway services suspended since July 2024. Bus services and other public transport remain unavailable, and private vehicles have been charging exorbitant rates to cross the land border. Moreover, Bangladesh itself relies on India's northeast for its transit trade to Nepal and Bhutan. New Delhi subsequently revoked the transshipment facility that allowed Bangladesh to export goods to third countries via Indian land customs stations, ports and airports. But beyond infrastructure and trade cooperation, it extends to development and capacity building. India provides scholarships, trains Bangladeshi civil servants, judges and defense personnel. Crisis response includes aid during cyclones and pandemics. In conclusion, viewers, India's contributions from millions in line of credits and grants in key projects in the railways, energy, ports and trade essentials like cotton have been instrumental in Bangladesh's development journey. Better connectivity with New Delhi offered Bangladesh a gateway to broader economic growth, as the latter is nearly enclosed by Indian territory. Subsequently, India emerged as Bangladesh's second largest trading partner. Bangladesh must not forget how India helped build an independent Bangladesh. With
If
that,
post
a short break.
1971 was Sonali Adhyay, 2025 has to be Kala Adhyay. UNIS slides into Pak-China nexus. India must remind Bangladesh. Here's how India has helped build independent Bangladesh.